Chef Craig,
Yes.
what are you going to do today?
Well, today I'm going to make a meal with no water. That's no white flour, no alcohol, no sugar, or processed food. I'm going to show you that you can live without processed food. And we're going to do a salmon dinner. And also, we're going to take that same set of ingredients and come up with a couple more meals that you can have. And if you don't eat salmon, we'll take it away and I'll show you a veggie plate that you can also have as well for your meatless Monday. Or if you don't eat salmon, you can add another piece of fish to the same setup. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, I'm TK, and I want to welcome you. This is a collaboration.
Yes.
So Chef Craig is an amazing professional chef, and I am an amazing what?
Spiritual coach.
See, there it is. And so we're talking about weight management in terms of the incredible spiritual solution to weight management. We're not talking about weight loss. We're talking about weight management. So the first thing we want to talk about is you are not your body. Your body is the tool that houses your spirit, and the way you think about food is very, very important. Food is meant to just nourish you, to just keep you going, but we've made it so important that it distorts the rest of our life. So being able to manage your weight, it's just like anything else you manage. You want to manage how you think about food. So we want to just think about the ingredients. We want to think about how they nourish our bodies. And it's just so important. And so Chef is going to show us the simple meal, and I'm just going to chime in from time to time on the concept is no waste. If you want to lose weight, it's not really that you want to lose weight, you want to manage your weight. You want to change our mindset that the point is you want to be healthy. Because what does it matter how much you weigh if you're healthy? Then if it's vanity, is it ego, or is it health and happiness and spiritual? You want to be on this is the sustainable way, mindful eating, spiritual living, aligning your mind, body, and spirit. So that is the mindset that we're going into. And that is what I call no waste. No white flour, no alcohol, no sugar, and no processed food. And I know one of those is going to sound a little crazy. But I'm going to tell you right now, we managed to keep our weight in check without dieting. And I feel a little self-conscious these days. But this guy eats chips almost every day. I don't even know. But everything else he does, we don't eat. Aside from that, and then I'll have some wine every day. But there is a way to be mindful about what you're eating, in addition to other exercise and other gratitude. We're going to talk about gratitude with the food we eat. So that is it. I want you to get your mindset right, that you're creating and releasing the health within your body in a mindful way, because what makes you happy, no one even sees you naked. Maybe there's some who do, but maybe the lights are off. So you're judging yourself based on your vision of what you think someone else is judging you. And in the spiritual unity place, this mindfulness, there is no judgment. You just want to be healthy. So it's not even a judgment, it's an assessment. Am I healthy or not? So we're going to go into the mindful eating portion, and I'm going to let Craig, I'm going to get out of his way, and I'll come back later to show you how to make meals. So now that you got the mindset, how you can make some meals and think about cooking, eating, infusing love into your meals. The reason that we're so chronically ill now, these fast food places aren't putting love in our food. Those workers don't even want to be there half the time. And we're eating that. It's not like when, when your grandma and great grandma cook, your mom, all that love, and that's important. So we're releasing health in our bodies with mindful living, and it's not that hard, even in the practical, even in the body. So I'm gonna let Chef take it from here. So there you go.
That was great. That's great. Thank you, Tanya. And she's absolutely right. And that's why we say it's mindful eating, because mental health is just important as physical health. And we don't think about that sometimes. We have it too. And when I say mental health is so important, it's because when your emotions or when life events happen, it controls your eating habit. And that's why when we say we need some comfort food, and comfort food with some people may be like snacks, you know, just to comfort them through some life situations, or when we're celebratory and we're at a high, we want to go out and say, let's go out to eat. Let's go out and do these things. So then we start, you know, giving ourselves a reason to eat a certain way. But these all work with the mental because of these conditions, whether we're happy or we're sad, we find a reason where we award ourselves. Like when you go to banquets and stuff, where they have to have a whole big old spread. So you just have to be mindful what you eat. I'm not trying to say that you have to stop eating what you like, but be mindful of what you're putting inside your body. When you keep telling yourself, I want to lose weight, I want to maintain weight, I want to maintain my health, then think about the things that you're not doing and think about the things you're doing. So let me get my apron on, and I'm going to show you a quick and simple, easy meal featuring salmon, roasted potatoes, and some seasonal vegetables. Okay?
Okay. And we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to make it easy. We've just been doing things together on and off. You know, he's got his You Gotta Eat. He does some personal chef things. And then I've been in mindful eating. My first book was, you know, Daily Affirmations, A Year of Me, Mindful Eating. So we've always been together on a food tip. And mindful eating is everything. It leads into mindful living. And this is happiness. Health is the new wealth. Happiness is everything. So we're doing this in tandem with You Gotta Eat and TKI Remarkable Wellness. And I want to just make sure we put and drop, you know, all of the links and how to find Chef Craig and me on here because he's about to do some things. Okay.
All right, let's get started here. So we got a simple vegetables. Got a carrot here, so peel that. Get that ready for our roasted vegetables. Just gonna peel that up real quick like that, get that nice and clean. Remove our scraps off our board. Okay. Carrot. All right, there we go then. Add that to our vegetable plate. So we have a red skin potato because we're doing roasted red skins. Add that to our plate. All right, there we go. So now we have our plate ready. Okay. So take a bowl. Get our potatoes going. Add a little EBOO.
So what are we making, Craig? Show us that plate again.
So
show us that plate.
A plate of roasted vegetables. We have
no, show us the plate before you put it in the bowl so we can see everything you got here. You have asparagus there too?
Asparagus, yep.
Put it back on.
We have the roasted potatoes, right? We got the green beans. We got a carrot we just cut up. And we also have some asparagus.
And you're going to roast those?
We're going to roast those, yep. So the potatoes are first. So I put those in a bowl with a little extra virgin olive oil, a little salt and pepper. Recipe. Take that around, get that a little toss. Get that nice and coated. I'll grab us a pan. Put potatoes on there, nice and spread it out. All right, they're going in the oven. Boom. It's done in 30 minutes, so the potatoes are rolling, right? Okay.
How do you do that? So what's the temperature the oven's on?
So the oven's on 420, so we got a preheated oven, 425. So we figure the potatoes take around 15 minutes. So they go in first, and then next we're gonna put our vegetables in there, and they're gonna go another 10 minutes. So now we have 25 minutes, and then we have salmon that's gonna end up in the oven. It's all gonna come out at the same time within 30 minutes. So you wanna start with your long start, whatever you have that's gonna take the longest, you start with that first.
Did you parboil those?
And parboil your potatoes, it'll expedite the time. So if I hadn't parboiled those potatoes, it probably took me like 25 minutes in the oven. But as I said, I'm gonna try to do this in 30 minutes. So I kind of did a little cheat, you know. And you can do that too. You can parboil your vegetables. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. Just don't overcook them when you parboil them. You just want to bring out the vibrance of that color again. And that's it. We're going in with the vegetables now. Got the asparagus and the
Can you
carrots.
show us these colorful vegetables and talk about the color and food and what it means?
So what we know with green vegetables are very, very important. So we're going to get, especially with asparagus, you're going to get some fiber in this. You're going to get some vitamin A and B, some antioxidants. So this is really, really good. Beta carotene in your carrots, you know, which is really good. Also vitamin B and C. So we want to add the carrots to that too. So all these things right here, they're beneficial as well. And that's why they say eat your vegetables, but eat the right vegetables as well. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of that.
Give them a good shot of those pretty vegetables. Because
When I spread them
I
out,
just want people to know that, you know, the more colorful the vegetables is a good indication of how healthy they are.
If you've got a plate full of beige stuff, potatoes, white bread, and you know, color lets you know things from the earth. 4 elements in the earth: water, fire, air, and wind. And so this meal has all of them.
so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add some green beans. We're gonna roast some of those because if you don't like asparagus, you can leave those out on your plate, or you can have them if you like them. But we'll add some green beans as well. And I'll show you a couple of plates you can use using green beans and also using asparagus. So that's what we have here. Okay. Now that's going to go into the oven with the potatoes. We're going to let those roast. Then we're going to bring out the entree.
So we have Sandra's on, and she says she took out her salmon, but it's still unthawing. So can you talk a little bit about like the salmon and, you know, tell us about it.
Salmon. Well, there's many species of salmon, as you know. Salmon, you know, so I'm using king salmon tonight, but there's coho, there's sockeye, there's Atlantic salmon, which is very, very popular. So
I think, are we finished chopping?
yeah.
Okay. So I love salmon. You can eat it every day, right?
Yeah. And then also, it's just so much you can do with salmon. I mean, you can do salmon swai, you can do salmon patties, salmon cakes. You can roast it, you can grill it, you can poach it. I mean, you can smoke it. So there's so many applications that you can do with salmon. And with all meat and seafood, before you prepare it, if it's frozen, just bring it out a day ahead and put it in the refrigerator and let it just thaw under refrigeration. Now, I know a lot of people want to use the microwave and defrost, but you know, I'm just like the naturalist. Okay, I'm just going to use the refrigerator and just take it out in time enough where I can thaw it out in the refrigerator, pull it out, and it's ready to go. Okay, and then I let it come up, you know, sit room temperature for like 3 or 4 minutes to get that chill off of it, and then add my seasoning, which is just probably salt, and then I'm ready to go. But salmon, yes, I remember when I thought salmon was came in a can. You know, I was like, when I went to culinary school, they pull out the fish, they say, this is salmon. I'm like, where's the can? Where's the can? Same thing with tuna. I'm thinking like tuna, all tuna came in a can until I had to, you know, fabricate it where I had to cut it up and actually use a real salmon and real tuna. So it was a surprise for me.
So, Chef, we've got a lot of you guys who are eating salmon tonight. So I did this one thing where you could have salmon like every night. If you wanted to lose weight, if you're still eating beef, I have to add this. So I'm just jumping in, giving some mindfulness tips. Think about when you put beef on the countertop, or would you leave beef out all night? If your digestive system is not cleaned and working quickly, beef takes like 8 hours to digest. So it's rotting sort of in your body. It clogs it up. A clean way of eating is really no types of meat, but fish is sort of clean. You'll digest faster. Poultry, then the next fastest. Then beef and pork, it really just takes a long time. And so it's not only hard on the earth, which again, mindfulness, this unity around spiritual principles is everything is in alignment, mind, body, spirit, the earth, how we're all connected. It's hard on the earth. It takes more to water and feed cows. I don't know why eating beef isn't like $1,000 a plate, because it's really destroying neighborhoods, communities. There's places in the world that don't even have water. It takes more water to feed a cow. Anyway, that's a whole nother soapbox. But I want you to know that in your body, it really clogs you up. So this mindful eating, weight management is about cleansing, like cleaning out the filter of your body so that your natural health and beauty and shine can come out. And when you do those things, you don't even have to count calories and things like that, because you're not stuffing yourself with negative things. Okay, just had to let that get that in.
And so, yeah, once again, like you said, like what Tanya said, you know, digesting these things, it takes a lot longer to digest beef than some other things like lean meats, lean chicken. And I know, I mean, people that do eat beef, but they try to get the leanest cuts, not with so much fat. And when we talk about fat, when you purchase salmon, you purchase it mostly by the pound. I just want to show you that this has a little fat right here, but mostly it's the flesh of the salmon, which is mostly the part that we're going to be cooking with. If you go to the store and they want to sell you a piece of salmon by weight and it's all of this right here, this fat, then tell them, no, you don't want that. What you're looking for is this right here, this color and this fillet right here in the middle. You don't want all that fat right there, but they charge you for it too. So just keep that in mind. It's a little tidbit. So when you don't get a fresh piece of salmon and you see all that white fat going across the salmon, then you don't want that. All right, so we're gonna cut the skin off of here. Now, I like skin on my salmon. You know, it has all the vitamins and proteins and all the good stuff, but I know some people don't like that. So we're gonna cut the skin off. But this right now, this, oh yeah.
Do you want to do it on that other? Oh, I see it. You got it. No, you got it. Looks good.
Oh yeah, this is skin salmon.
I'm gonna eat good tonight, y'all.
So we're just gonna take that skin right off of there. So that way, don't worry about that. So the skin is off. Boom. Gone.
I'm telling you, eating salmon every day, if you can eat it every day, and let me, I just have to add this. So Al says, I'm so glad he's not the only person who can eat salmon every day. It is so good for you. The omega, what do they call it? The omega, it's
antioxidants.
It's so good for you. And so the other thing about what we're doing here, what's so great, and we'll talk about it more, these, you can buy 15 items and eat all week long, healthy. You can have salmon for dinner. You can have salmon cakes. You can have salmon with your eggs for breakfast. You can have it blackened. You can have it broiled. I mean, there's so many things. And the potatoes, you know, you can have that on, and he'll show you about having them on salads and different things like that. So think about what you buy. Mindful eating is also mindful planning. You can make oatmeal one day and have it 2 days for breakfast, right? You can buy blueberries and have blueberries in your oatmeal, have it in your salad, have it in a smoothie. So what chefs really good at too is, I call it repurposing. It's not a sexy word, but you don't have to buy stuff every day for every day. You can, but you can really think about the same things that go in your smoothie that go in your salad, or if you buy a roasted chicken or a rotisserie chicken, or if you bake a chicken, you can have chicken wraps. Yeah. You can have chicken quesadillas. You can use the extra salmon to make fish tacos. So we want you to think about mindful eating. People talk about it takes so much time, and it doesn't have to. Just make a little extra and throw it on your salad the next day, or throw it in your smoothie the next day, or have the oatmeal and throw different fruit in it. When you buy bananas, don't let them go bad. Freeze them so you can throw them in your smoothie. It'll be like, it helps with the ice. So I just wanted to throw in some extra.
No, absolutely. You can get more mileage on a baked chicken or rotisserie chicken than you can fried chicken, I think. So, I mean, like she said, wraps, chicken salad, fajitas, you can do enchiladas. There's just so many things that you can do with that. So now we have our salmon, and we're going to just add a little seasoning to it, a little salt right now. We're going to get our pan hot. We're going to get this on medium heat. Don't have to have the pan super hot. We don't want to burn anything. And that's the thing. Sometimes people will tell me, like, every time I make salmon, it dries out. it gets too dry or overcook it, turn your heat down, cook it for a few minutes on top of the stove, then put it in the oven. Now, because the heat application changes. So one, you have this bottom heat that's heating the bottom of the pan, and then you have this heat in the oven. If it's convection, it's going this way. And if it's in the oven, it's coming from the bottom or the top, but the pan is not sitting directly on it. You're sitting on a shelf in your oven. So turn your pan down about medium high. Don't have to turn it on high. Want to get that hot before you add the oil. So once you put that salmon in there, it starts to cook. So it's not going to sit in there and stew. It's going to cook. Getting that hot. And I'm going to add a little EVO, a little extra virgin olive oil. Okay. We'll let that heat up a little bit, because once we get that salmon in there, we want to to cook, and we don't want it to stew.
So often salmon is dry. How do you keep yours from being dry? How do you keep it from being how do you make it so delicious?
Well, here's the thing. I don't cook it till it's done. I don't go medium rare, but I don't go where it's well done. I don't ever cook salmon well done. Sometimes I bring it out and it is medium, almost medium rare, and I just let it sit. And the heat from the pan and a little aluminum foil over top of it continues to cook it. And the salmon stays moist. But that's just anything else with the heat. If you sit something in the sun, it's going to dry it. Remember the clotheslines? We used to put clothes in the clothesline and we're wet, and then you come out in this hot summer day and now the clothes are dry. It's the same thing with your food. If you put it in a hot pan and you keep it at a high temp, it's going to pull all that moisture out. It's going to make it dry. And that's why when you braise, you're braising at a low temperature, like, keep it in the oven for 3 or 4 hours, but it's at a temperature like 225 degrees. That's what you want to hear right there. You want to hear a little sizzle, right? Let you know your pan is hot.
Mm.
Then we're going to season the backside of that. And what I'm looking for a little.
What are you seasoning it with?
This is salt. I season with salt when it first go in, and then when I pull it out of the oven, I'm going to hit it with a little pepper and some thyme, and get a little nutty. Just a little bit of butter, not much. Just a little bit of butter. Just a little butter, not a lot. Not much, still a little nutty. I'm going to hit it with that. And add my pepper then, because normally pepper to me, it burns. So
you need it soft up a little bit.
Okay, and that's the same thing with garlic. I put the garlic in at the end because garlic cooks so fast and garlic burns so fast. So I can when I take the vegetables out, I may add a pinch of garlic. The vegetable is still hot enough that I can add this garlic and it doesn't burn, it doesn't scorch. And what I'm looking for in the salmon, I'm looking for a little color right around there. You'll start seeing the salmon change color, okay? And you don't want to mess with that salmon. You want to just keep it right there. Don't mess with it. You'll start seeing the color change at the bottom. You'll start seeing it turn golden brown. And once you see that color start to coat the side of the salmon, you put it in the oven. It takes about 5 minutes. 5 minutes in the oven.
So what? Hold up, I don't see that.
You see the color here? See it changing?
You might have to hold that up a little bit. Yeah.
See, the color at the bottom starts to change. You see where it's nice, this brown at the bottom, and you see where it looks like it's white, and you see that the salmon is changing colors. And you can see it better on this piece here. Let's move this piece to the front, and you see the color starting to change right there. It's cooking. So it goes from this orange color to this light white color, and then at the bottom it'll be golden brown. So if you look at the sides of it, you see it starts to change color.
I think the pan might be. Use your spatula to show.
Well, let me give you a better look at what I'm saying. I usually don't lift the salmon up. I just want you guys to see right here where it's starting to change color. Where it's cooking, and it's starting to change the color, starting to turn white right here. And you see where it's that nice, still got that orangey raw color here, and it's going to get opaque or white.
Oh yeah.
And usually you don't want to lift that. You just want to just kind of gauge it by looking at it. And then you can also see where at the base of it, you're going to see it turn brown. It's going to be a golden brown. That's just the indication that it's golden brown. Now, another thing about cooking in pans, sometimes if you have a pan that's too big, and you only got 2 pieces of salmon in there, and you know your heat is in the center, or you're on the eye where the eye is small, but you want it to where, like right here around this pan right here, it's not as hot as that center. So sometimes I'll put them both in the center, and they'll both get that heat. And so now you can actually start to see it turn brown on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the color here is starting to change. And that on medium high, about 5 minutes, that's all you need. And we're going to put it in the oven in 2 minutes, and we'll let it finish cooking in the oven for 5 minutes. And if you want it a little bit more, if you want it done than what I'm doing, this is how I like it. Now, your preference. If you like yours a little dry side, then that's cool too. But I tend to like mine a little bit less than well done.
It's smelling good, y'all.
Good. And we're gonna get that in the oven.
So you guys put in the chat or for my Remarkable Wellness people, if you have any questions in our internal chat for us on weight management and all of that. Well, he's got some things cooking.
Yeah, things are cooking.
He's cooking.
Cook it up.
Oh, hold on, turn to the back. So wear gratitude like a cloak and it will feed every corner of your life. This is a great poet, Rumi. Wear gratitude like a cloak and it will feed every corner of your life. This is what we're talking about with mindful eating. Like you made the gratitude that goes with food. Food is only to sustain you. So if you're overeating, then the process is to really go into your awareness of what do I think about this food? Why am I eating? Why am I eating so much? And then really you want to eat things that make you feel good and vibrant and healthy. And so when you eat those, and this is a great tip. Don't eat to be full. Eat to get 75% of the way there, because your stomach takes like 20 minutes to digest the food. So you're still eating and eating. And then by the time you're full, your stomach is overextended. So you want to get maybe just 75% or less. You don't have to. We've got these mindsets, then we go into a food coma. That's not cute, y'all. I mean, maybe for, the holidays or a birthday or once in a while, but if you're doing it every Sunday and Wednesday and Friday and Monday, that's a problem. There's a thing about enjoying food in life, and then there's another that's just overdoing it. Like you're basically, you have to set your mind, what am I substituting this for? I want to feel healthy and vibrant and beautiful, and I want my light to shine. And when you're filled with grease, processed food, if you cut out one thing this week, processed food, and I'm going to say white flour. Now, I'm not saying no carbs, y'all. People say this all the time. Well, I can't eat bread. I didn't say bread. There's bread made with whole wheat. There's whole wheat pasta. There's whole wheat couscous, whole wheat orzo. Whole wheat, white wheat is processed. Whole wheat is much better for you. So if you want to watch your carbs, that's fine too. But fruit has good carbs in it as well. You could eat that. Fruit and vegetables, eat what is alive. Eat what was alive and give honor to it so that it can help feed your body and your spirit. That's a great way to think of anything that you eat. And also, these ingredients, bless these ingredients. You don't have to wait till you eat your meal where it's all cooked and everything. Like, actually pay attention to the thyme and the parsley. Yeah. And the parsley and the carrots. Like as you're cooking, infuse, because they're going to infuse your body with help. What you give, you receive. So in mindful eating and weight management, it is thinking about, what is this going to do to my body? What am I going to do to it? And what is it going to do to me? You're in relationship. What is your relationship to food? This food is going to do something to me. It's going to make me feel better,
or worse, or sustain me. And too much in the world today, we're eating things that make us feel worse for convenience, mainly for convenience. We say it's because it's expensive, but we'll go get our hair done and go party or go drink or whatever. So it's not really the expense, it's the convenience. But your grandparents and your mom and your dad, they weren't just trying to be convenient when you had those wonderful homemade dinners all the time. Teach your kids how to cook. Do that. That's amazing. That's an amazing thing as well, because we're not passing down very, very important traditions. This is mindful eating. It is not just eating what's on your plate. It's thinking about the entire ecosystem of what you're consuming, what you're giving back to the earth, what you're doing, how you're passing down to generations, what's been passed to you generationally. This is mindful eating. So what you're seeing is a practical application, and Chef is showing you these things, but I want you to get back into your mind and sit into yourselves to really make the most of it. And then you're only going to want that salmon. You're only going to want a fresh salad. You're only going to want things, and you will be treating yourself, but a treat, I mean, life is good anyway. A treat is when you're healthy and vibrant and energetic and happy. That's the treat. That's life. That's the what part you want, but we're starting to get sluggish and hung down. So this is the way. This is the way to mindful eating, and there's plenty of recipes, and so you're getting the practical piece. Okay,
No, absolutely. No, it's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. It's absolutely right. Not in my ways. It's absolutely right. That's good. I'm not the healthiest eater, but I'm a mindful eater, and I know I'm mindful that I eat chips. So it's something that I need to cut out, and not because chips. They're salty. It's got a lot of salt, a lot of sodium, and that's not good for me. But other than that, every once in a while I have a knack for the crunch. Whether it's Doritos, Cheetos. Just give me a chip.
You really are.
I'm good, right?
I can tell you have crumbs in his mustache, and I'm like, really, Chef?
I try to come in like I haven't had any, but then my mustache gives me away because crumbs all here and orange. He's like, yeah, Doritos. I can tell. Yeah. So, what I'm just saying is, also find foods that you enjoy, and then give them a mindful, healthy take on how you prepare them. Everything doesn't have to be deep fried, right? Everything doesn't have to be smoked. You can grill stuff, you can bake stuff, you can saute it in olive oil, So there's applications that you can use that are mindful and healthy. Are vegetarians the most healthy people? No, they just don't eat meat. I know some that are not, that I don't think.
Because they're eating what?
They're eating tons of carbs, tons of pasta.
Processed.
And tons of processed food. When you talk about Beyond Burgers and Incredible Impossible Burgers, those are processed. There's a process that they use to give it to that look and that feeling, that taste of meat. So it's processed. Definitely processed. So fresh is best. If you have a farmer's market in your town or your city, then definitely go to the farmer's market, because that we're talking about sustainability. We're talking about local. We're talking about farm to table. These farmers are going to the market, selling their stuff. They probably just pick a day or that morning and bring it to the market, so it doesn't get any fresher than that. So support your farmers market.
So Tan says she went to the farmers market today.
Way to go, Tan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so I have a question from Sandra. She says, I love potatoes, but how much can I eat of each day, I think, or how many carbs, I think?
Well, with potatoes, that's a heavy carb. I wouldn't do potatoes every day. I would try to mix up with sweet potatoes, do finger with potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. Talk about sweet potatoes.
So now we're talking about another, antioxidant, beta carotene, vitamin A and B, all these good vitamins and minerals in that sweet potato, especially the skin. I love sweet potatoes. So if you like sweet potatoes, you can roast those as well. A little salt and pepper, a little cinnamon, some agave, or honey, something natural, not brown sugar, but something natural sweetener, some orange juice on top of them. So if you like potatoes and you like sweet potatoes, then you can add that into your mix as well. You can add the sweet potatoes as well. But yeah, I would do like roasted potatoes one day, and then a couple of days later, if you want to do a mashed potato, that's fine. If you want to boil them, that's fine. If you want to do a potato hash, hash browns, you can do that too. But I would say definitely space them out. I wouldn't
But
do it every
potatoes
day.
are better than chips, right?
Even though chips are made from potatoes, right? But they're fried in that peanut oil, that saturated fat, and that's another topic. Saturated fats, monosaturated fats, polysaturated fats, but that's another lesson. All right, check our salmon. Oh yeah, everything's looking good. You see that coming out nice? Yeah. So always remember, if you put a hot pan in the oven, guess what? A hot pan comes out of the oven. So never take that towel off of it, because if you forget.
What about those pans that have plastic on the? Can you put those in the oven? Are they?
No, chemicals.
So you have to have a saute pan
Yeah,
that.
a pan that can go into the oven.
Okay.
So I have no heat on. I'm adding a little butter. Go ahead and some time here. It's going to be golden brown when you put them over. Look at that color. Nice, crispy, nice and golden brown. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
And you see why I didn't cook the other side? Because the salmon is done. If I cook the other side, then that's just so basically I'm just going to give it a glaze.
Y'all. I'm gonna eat that.
So we're just going to take that and give it a butter bath. You're not going to put any other. And we're doing that there. Okay.
So question, so can you just cook the salmon on the stove top with the skin, like instead of putting it in the oven? How does that go?
You definitely can.
Sandra's asking
But
that.
just be mindful of your temperature. Okay. I do this because I know that I'm not going to overcook that salmon in the oven. I mean, you can if you let it go too long. But usually I got other things on the stove. So I just get that out the way. And I'm sauteing my vegetables. I'm making the sauce. So it works for me. But yeah, just turn your temperature down. Cook it about 5 minutes on one side. Flip it over and cook it for 3 to 4 minutes on the other side at medium heat. You don't want to go high on it because you don't want to overcook it, but you definitely can do the whole application on top of the stove. You can. That's absolutely. All right, look at that. Potatoes, roasted, done. And we're about 25, 30 minutes in. And what I used to do, I'm gonna put these potatoes back in this bowl, right? And all that oil right there, we're gonna put in there, boom. Okay. We're gonna add some herbs to that. Put some parsley. While that salmon is still cooking, carrying over, we're gonna add a little lemon there. Little lemon.
Sandra says she's cooking sweet potato now too, so she's got sweet potato and salmon going on.
Oh, nice.
That sounds like
nice.
a healthy,
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
healthy thing going.
Right. You got two orange ingredients there. Awesome.
What greens you got?
Yeah, you got any greens? I see you got some orange there. Basically, we're gonna plate this duck.
So come on this side or turn that back on so we can see you plate. So the other thing is that you eat with your eyes. So, a nice table setting or a nice plating will also help you enjoy the meal, even when or especially when it's healthy. And so chef is his plating. We're going to see what he does tonight. I don't want to talk to that. And he'll be like, just eat the food. Right. But it's mindfulness. It's using all of your senses. It's an appreciation, kindness, and gratitude. That's one of the 7 intentions. And so what we're doing in the TKI Remarkable Wellness is we're doing an 8-week journey on how do you find happiness in the midst of chaos. We talk about 7 intentions, and mindful eating is one of them. Kindness and gratitude, meditation, self-care, exercise, daily affirmations and journaling, rest and sleep. I think I got all of them. So what you find in the one, what's in the one is in the whole, and what's in the whole is in the all. So same for everything. What's in this food, what's in the plating, what's in that, it's all nourishing when you're in gratitude and when you're feeding happiness and health into your body. That is the crux of it. And when you do that, you can't help but be healthy. Your body can't help but be, and I like to say weight management instead of lose weight, because the right weight is the right weight.
So you're managing not just your weight, you're managing your life, right? So, okay, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no, you're fine, you're fine. Look at vegetables, hit that. Oil, boom. I'm gonna finish it off with some little bit of seasoning. Oh, yeah.
So Michael Kinlow, brother man, says purple potatoes are high in antioxidants and they don't need butter or salt.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, they're part of that potatoes, buttery potatoes.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, Mike.
And Mike is my brother. He's a great cook
Mike
also.
yes.
And he's a meat man though.
Yeah, but
Mike's a meat man.
Mike is an excellent cook though, guys. Mike goes down. Mike definitely goes down. So we're gonna have a little orange there.
And he says fresh is best.
Fresh is best. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that going to the local market. I'm telling you guys, if you can start eating at home and just cooking. See, look at this plating. I'm gonna tell y'all, this man here. Now he did several vegetables. So you can see that you can roast many different types of vegetables. But most people don't do. I'm gonna get out your way.
You can stop right there. You can stop right there.
You can just have a plate of vegetables.
Yeah,
That's
right there.
But most people don't do 3 or 4 vegetables a night. But you could. That was good.
There you go. Then we're just gonna take our natural little butter, a little lemon that we got in there. We're gonna just let that just salmon. Boom, there you go. All right, every man's meal.
Wow. Okay. Can I have that plate?
All right.
Hey y'all. I do this on my happy hours too. He does this, so don't hate me. So I thank you guys for coming. I hope you got something out of it. Please join TKI Remarkable Wellness, or You Gotta Eat, or find Chef Craig at Craig S3185 on Instagram. And let's keep the conversation going. We're going to stay on for those of you who are doing my wellness journey. So if you have questions, and we can talk and wrap, but we're going to go off of social media right now. You can join my Patreon, patreon.com/remarkable wellness, and follow me on Instagram at remarkable_wellness. And we're going to be doing more of this because it's so important. It makes us happy. And this is what we want to give and do for the world. And it looks like he's making a salad too over there. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're taking ingredients and we're just making a salad.
He's making another meal.
Now, you can use your leftover vegetables from the night before that you roasted, and you can make a cold salad with them. You have all that good seasoning, all that good flavor, all those healthy vegetables.
That's what I'm gonna have for lunch,
And
y'all,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
If you want to throw a boiled egg on there, whatever.
Oh, that's the niçoise, right?
Yeah, niçoise, throw some tomatoes on there. But
Okay, hold on, Craig. We're gonna go off of social media, and we're gonna be here for everyone else because we don't want to hold everyone up. And plus, we want you to become a part of the community. We'll be doing this more often. Join us. You got all the tags, and my right-hand man, Evan's going to throw them in the chat as well, but you know where to get to it. So now he made 2 meals. He made the one I'm about to eat, and then he just made a salad. Move it over, Craig, so we can see it a little bit better. You made a salad as well. So I'm gonna eat the hot plate. All right. Goodbye, Facebook. Love and light. And we're going to stay on for my remarkable wellness journeys for anyone who has more questions. And we can wrap.